ご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Hey guys, Kakarot197 again. It's been a little over 3 months since I arrived in Japan as an exchange student, and I thought, you know what? Let's do a video about 10 things that surprised me in Japan. Number 1. Be careful about introducing yourself as an anime fan. Going by personal experience, calling yourself an anime fan doesn't necessarily mean what you think it means. So when I entered Rikyo University, obviously I tried to join the anime club, which apparently wasn't really about anime, so they told me to go to the manga club instead, which apparently deals with both manga and anime. Anyways, I go there only to find out that nobody there was into Gundam. Seriously, when I told them that I was a Gundam fan, they just looked at me like, oh yeah, there's probably this one guy who's into Gundam 00, but he's not here right now, so I was off to a great start. Then I tried talking to some of the other members, and the first question I got from them was, Muse or a course? And of course, I went with the only logical answer, the exit. So after that debacle, I just gave up on the manga club and decided to go for the bicycle club. And you know what they had other than bicycles? Gundam fans. One of their introductory activities was going to a bicycle store, you know, helping the new guys buy their equipment. But since I already had most of my stuff, I was done shopping pretty quickly and I was waiting outside with a couple of the other guys. So I pull out my phone to check out my notifications and the guy next to me goes, "Oh hey, is that Amuro from Char's Counterattack as your wallpaper?" And I look at him like, "Yes? How do you know that?" Because it was indeed Amuro from Char's Counterattack, and this guy from the bicycle club just knew it in a flash. Turns out he was a Gundam fan. Turns out his friend who was next to him was also a Gundam fan. So for the rest of the night, we were talking about Gundam. And then, as I would later find out, there were more. So this really got me thinking, what's going on here? I can't find a single Gundam fan in the manga club, but I'm just stumbling over them in the cycling club. So I asked someone, hey, I tried joining the manga club and nobody there liked Gundam, but here in the cycling club, almost everyone seems to like it. And he just goes oh, they're into different anime. Obviously referring to idol anime. At least I think so. Anyways, ever since that moment, whenever I introduce myself to someone, I tell them that my hobbies are cycling and Gundam instead of cycling and anime. Though, if you're going to be cycling in Japan, be very careful. On to number 2. Nothing gets stolen in Japan unless it's an umbrella or a bicycle. And seriously, bicycles here are ridiculously expensive, so I bought the strongest chain they had. Number 3, getting a job at the Gundam Cafe was surprisingly easy. I also like studying there from time to time. Number 4, almost nobody in Japan has a beard. So I decided to go ahead and shave mine as well, because, I got a job. Which brings me to today's sponsor, Patron Blades, the newest way to support YouTube content creators and get a clean shave while you're at it. And by using the link on screen and in the description, you too can begin using their premium blades. But why pick Patron Blades over any of the other providers of razors such as Dollar Shave Club, Harry's, or Anaheim Electronics? Their razor heads aren't just for show, they feature a double-coated blade edge for a closer and more comfortable shave, and compared to the previously mentioned competing brands, they have a 30% larger lubricating strip infused with aloe and vitamin E, protecting against redness and irritation. Talking about redness and 30% increases, did you know that Char Zaku 2 is actually only 30% faster than a regular Zaku 2? He achieved a 3 times speed by using the terrain to his advantage, such as boosting off debris. So why use a regular Zaku 2 if you could get a Commander type Zaku 2? So give Patron Blades' Alpha Plan a shot, get yourself a clean shave like Char, and get ready to kick ass like Char. And of course, you'll also be helping me creating more awesome content. And with all that being said, back to the video. Number 5. Pachinkos are everywhere. They're also extremely loud. I tried going into 2 different ones because I just wanted to experience what it was like, but I was seriously afraid of getting hearing damage. Like, as soon as I was about to enter, I felt like I hit a concrete wall of noise. Maybe I'll go back with earplugs. Number 6, clothing. Many people dream of going to Japan where they can finally wear their anime merch without having to worry that they'll be judged. Well, I've got some bad news for you. Outside of Akihabara or conventions, you're not really going to see Japanese people wearing anime-related shirts all that much, if at all. What you will see them wear is jackets and long pants, even when it's 30 degrees Celsius, or 86 degrees freedom. And I quickly got to the point where I felt like just another tourist if I was wearing shorts. So now I'm rocking my long jeans and boots in way hotter weather than I should. But not my jacket, there are limits. To end on a high note, what you will occasionally see is anime keychains, accessories, and a surprising amount of the more extreme fashions. Really, it seems like the best thing to do is wear your Western-style clothes, which is what most of the Japanese people seem to be wearing, and stock up on those anime shirts for either back home or Akiba and convention trips. Number 7, the Japanese people don't jaywalk, or so they say, because oh yes they do. But red lights seem to be mostly respected, depending on where you are. Believe me, it's hilarious to see a hurried salaryman contemplating whether or not he should ignore the red light when there are no cars around. Number 8, when it comes to trains, I was warned that these social rules were extremely strict on them. Don't talk, don't eat, don't drink, and if possible, don't breathe. Though in practicality, the rules seem to be don't be a bother to anyone else. Meaning that you can talk, but quietly. You can drink, but make sure it's from a bottle so that you can close it and don't spill it on someone. You can eat, I think, but make sure it's something small that doesn't give off any smell. Really, even Japanese people seem to be split on whether or not you can eat or train. Phone calls, though, are a big no-no, and make sure that your phone is on silent, or manner mode as they call it. Number 9. I never knew how useful convenience stores were, and now I wonder how I managed to survive without them for so long. And finally, number 10. After many weeks of searching, I have come to the conclusion that those used panty vending machines are just urban legends after all. They're actually used panty gachapon machines. And those were just 10 of the many things that surprised me in Japan. So if you want to see more content like this, leave a comment down below, drop a like on this video. Finally, a big thanks to Patreon Blades for supporting this video, and I will see you all next time.